This is not an archive photograph of the Netherlands. This is Manchester in England in 1937. And this, in the same year, was the building of the A1 cycleway beside the Great North Road near Durham. It had curb-protected, 9-foot wide cycle tracks on both sides of the road. And the cycle tracks are still here, part of a network of nearly 300 miles of such protected cycleways that were built between 1934 and 1940, paid for by Britain's Ministry of Transport, which had received cycleway building advice from its counterpart in the Netherlands. Sadly, the cycleways quickly fell out of use and were forgotten. Some were buried. Some once extended for 20 miles or more. Most are not used by the cyclists they were built for. Here's what that Manchester cycleway looks like today. Amazingly, many are hidden in plain sight, such as here in Sunderland. This protected cycle track dates back to the 1930s, but is not listed as a cycle facility on OpenCycleMap. It even has protection here at the roundabout, and this is a period design to keep cyclists safe. It's not a later addition.
I'm Carlton Reid, and I'm a writer and an historian. And it was while I was researching my book, Bike Boom, that I discovered that there were 280 miles of these protected cycle routes put in the 1930s.
They soon fell out of use and were lost to memory. We should rediscover, rescue, and rededicate some of them. They could be linked into modern networks of cycleways. But we need your help. We are raising funds on Kickstarter to do more research. We could use that research to show local authorities that the space for cycling is there. And it's been there for a long time. Helping me, if we're successful, will be John Dales of Urban Movement of London.
One of the things that's quite legitimately raised about British traffic engineers and highway engineers is we don't really know how to do this stuff. We've never done it. We always have to look abroad. And what's fascinating about these is the fact that actually, piecemeal as they were, we have done it. Trying to recover these tracks, these paths hidden in plain sight, is a really terrific opportunity. I mean, who knows how many of the 280 miles are genuinely in a position to be brought back in, but let's say it's just 100. I think that's highly likely. That's 100 we haven't got at the moment, in effect, but also 100 that could become 150, 200 really quickly by joining them up to other stuff that's going on.
Please back us on Kickstarter and let's get these 1930s cycle tracks back into use. Some, such as this one in Sunderland, have lasted out of pure luck. At any point, they could be demolished and the track made into a wider road for cars. With your help, it could be listed and protected for future generations. And there are at least 280 miles of very similar cycle tracks all over the country, either hidden in plain sight like here, or waiting to be dug up and used again. A great many could be linked into modern cycleway systems. We have a month to get enough backing, and the more backing we get, the more of these forgotten cycleways we'll be able to bring back to life. The Kickstarter rewards include backer-only reports where you'll be able to follow our progress and give your input in routes possibly in your area. With your support, we could bring back perhaps hundreds of miles of cycleways. Thank you.